Hey everybody, welcome. I see you're in the room, Dustin. Nice to see you, my friend. We're trying a new thing. We're actually going to go behind the scenes on all of our videos by going live on TikTok as we're taping our show for a behind the scenes thing. Hello, Chapina. Love the name. Thank you for the hearts. I have to my biggest one right now is 3,900, so I'd like to get past that. Hey Peg, good to see you. We're just about to go live on our news show. If you haven't seen our news show, it is not only news, but a lot of pop culture too. And I hope it's warmer back home than it is here. It's about, I think the last time I saw it was 22 degrees here this morning. And I have no water in my apartment because it happens. It's Texas over and over again. So we got a lot of fun things to talk about. Donnie Lowe should be on in a few minutes and we'll get started on our show. And we're going to, I got stopped by the YouTube police yesterday on our video from yesterday. Here he comes. He's in the room. Hey, Donnie, I'm live on TikTok. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
I don't know if they can pick that up or not, but yeah, Peg said it was funny that it's that I'm out of water again, cause I said it's Texas. Now I just talked to Allie Buffalo and she said that. I thought it would be really funny to have her on the show. It's and weather with Allie Buffalo. Al, how's the weather? It's cold. And then she hangs up. She said it's snowing so hard in South Buffalo, I wouldn't even be able to see anything.
Oh, wow, yeah. I know that in Hamburg, which is a little bit south of, of Buffalo,
yeah.
I believe they had 17 inches overnight.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And it's, again, the band is supposed to be shifting north, so it's moving into South Buffalo. It'll be hitting the north towns, which is where I am. I don't know at what point.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I wonder what light is screwing me up there, Don. See it in the frame? Over my head? Look, I have a halo. I'm a little angel. I think it's going to be this one. Here, let me see if I can move it. Tell me if it's gone, Don, when I move it over.
Okay. It's I have an idea. It's moving. It's so funny.
Is it gone?
No, it's on the, it's still on the frame. Now it's gone.
So I put it on the side instead. Okay.
It's you can see half of it now.
Look at a little behind the scenes, people. Business up top, gym on the bottom. I still have my Adidas pants on. And I'm stinky because my water's off in the apartment. So I'm glad you can't smell me, Don.
It's a good thing. It's got half a crescent over there. Can you see that above you?
Oh my God, it is. How about now?
There you go.
Better?
Yeah.
I don't even think I need this one, to be honest with you. It's so light. So, yeah, no, Peg, it's not funny not having water. It just happens over and over and over again. And it's funny because sometimes they give us texts, sometimes they don't. Luckily, I was coming home from the gym. I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I can come home, shave, shower, be nice and fresh for the show. And a text, temporarily it's shut off. Yeah, well, it's never temporarily, that's for sure. Hey, Chrissy, how are ya? Good to see ya. Chrissy is from Elma on TikTok, Don. So I don't know if you want to run your TikTok on your phone while we're on this too, to see what's going on. What's that?
I have to multitask.
I know, right? You look so fancy today. You look like Herb Weinstein, Don.
I was gonna say you're like Sean Hannity. He's always wearing a blazer and a shirt. Sometimes he wears.
And my sleeves are rolled up, ready to work for the working man and woman.
There you go. But and Hannity always says it. He says, "Yeah, but I hate wearing a suit." He says, "I'm wearing jeans." He always wears jeans and then a suit jacket.
Well, a lot of times, when we would do shows in the summertime, I'd be like a polo up top or a nice shirt, and I'd have shorts on and sandals. because you can't see it, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So I was telling our TikTok friends that I was thrown in YouTube jail yesterday for a stupid reason. It's the second time this has happened, and I have a rebuttal that I'm going to read on the news show today.
Yes, save it, right?
Yes. So
I'm trying to join you here, so I forgot how to do that.
So I'm sorry, folks. We're going to be doing the show, so I'm not going to have anybody on as a co-host. Thank you very much for asking, though. I do appreciate. On one of my later TikToks, I'll do it. But I want to hit 10,000 hearts. So if you guys could help me do that, that'd be great, because my record, I think, is 6,900. But this is like the 5th time that I've done this. So I'm actually... WGR55, Chrissy's asking about. You know, I gotta be honest with you, Chrissy. I love GR55. I still listen to it here in Texas, whether it's on my headset or I even have an app that you can put on your smart TV. But typical Buffalo fashion, you know, no matter how much we win by, well, you know, could have been better. You know, talk about a bunch of Debbie Downers. And here's the thing, and I've talked to Donnie about this before. Now, I live in Greenville, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas. You know, at the beginning of the season, everybody's got their Dallas Cowboy stuff on. I'm the only one with Buffalo Bills stuff. There's a couple guys, actually, that I run into. And as soon as they're losing, you never see anybody with Dallas Cowboy stuff at the gym. You gotta look really hard to find like maybe one guy or gal that has their stuff on. And I wear it no matter what, just to aggravate people, you know?
I know.
So there's this older fella, Jerry, that's in the morning, and he's friends with your buddy Ike. So I'll see Ike come in and I'm like, hey, Ike, where you going? I'm gonna talk to that old man. Like, he's not old himself, right? And he's the only person since I've lived in Texas that calls me a Yankee.
Isn't that funny?
He goes, I didn't call you Yankee. I called you a damn Yankee.
Did I ever tell you this story? So, you know.
Well, let me finish, Don.
Oh, okay.
This morning I seen him. I go, there's my favorite Texan. He goes, there's my favorite Yankee. I go, whoa, that's almost like too nice, you know? All right, tell your story, Don. Sorry about that.
No, because it kind of relates to that. So, you know, living in Buffalo, we used to go to Crystal Beach in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Which was an amusement park.
We used to go to Ford Day. There was like a UAW day. My dad worked at Ford.
Oh, yeah. And remember they used to have like, you know.
It's Seneca Street Day, South Buffalo Day. Every neighborhood had like a Crystal Beach Day, which just so they can get our money.
Well, if you brought your report card, like if you had an A, you earned so many tickets, or B.
Oh, I wouldn't get any extra tickets from my report cards, Don. No. Does that shock anybody? No, I don't think so.
I know.
You know. What do you mean you know? Why you gotta agree with me? What is wrong with you?
I'm just, because you're saying it, so I didn't know you when you were a little kid.
Ooh, Peg said that South Buffalo had a lot of thunder snow last night. Did you have any of that in Williamsville?
Nothing. I mean, it's been cold, windy, just not really nothing.
Like, Peg, is it still snowing bad? Because Allie said it was snowing bad over on our street. Why you wanna be so cruel? I didn't send you many songs today, Don.
No, you didn't. Just a few. But can I finish my story?
Eventually. You know how it usually goes. I just derail you all the time. Finish your story, Don.
So I probably said this too, but we had friends. A friend that had a cottage in Canada.
You had a friend?
Yes.
I don't believe it. Now I know your story's bullshit.
And so we would go up there, and there were probably 8 or 10 of us, or maybe 6 of us, whatever. And we're literally walking, just walking
Peg's on your side. She says, "Let the man speak."
Thank you.
I ain't got a new fan, Don. Ooh, Donnie.
So we're walking. It's near Crystal Beach, and this, car with, teenage Canadian kids in it, and driving by, and they're driving by us yelling, "Yankee, go home! Yankee, go home!" I'm like, how would they know?
You told me this story already.
I know, but
It's a good story, though. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was crazy.
So, Peg, you'll like this story, and you've heard this a couple times, Don. So we're, for people that don't know, we were a border town, Buffalo, with Fort Erie, Ontario, and you'd have to go through customs to go over. And when my father was a younger man, he always had a nice car because he worked at the Ford plant, and he was single and yada yada yada. So him and his buddies would go over to Fort Erie, and then they ask you, "Do you have anything to declare?" And the chucklehead in the back seat said, "War. Pull it over."
No, can't say that.
And if you get pulled over by customs, they are going to destroy your car. They are going to take every part of that apart. And when they find nothing, they'll say, "Okay, thanks." And there you are. You got to deal with it yourself, losers. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, crazy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You do not mess around at the border.
Say, you know what? We haven't had any of our friends on your Thursday show. Who do you want to get on the show? Billy Sheehan, Bobby LaBelle, or Jesse Galante? In the way you are, you're probably going to want Jesse Galante, Don, your girlfriend.
What do you mean the way I am? I don't understand.
I don't have a picture with Jesse. Somebody else on the screen does, though. And he looks super happy there.
Look, there was a picture of me and Billy, and I was happy there, too.
Yeah, not as happy as the one with Jesse. I don't think so, buddy boy. No. No. Well, let's start a few minutes early, Don, because, I fumble with this stuff every once in a while. So we're about to go stream live on YouTube and all the other 43 podcast depositories we're on. If YouTube doesn't take this one down, which it's like a challenge now.
I dare you. I triple dog dare you.
So I love it that everybody's still watching, and I'm not ignoring you, but I have to concentrate on the program. So I'm ready if you are, Donnie.
Yeah, let's rock and roll, baby.
Let's rock and roll, baby. You and your thing, you and your baby. Okay. Start recording. Hey, what number is this, Don? I didn't check that this morning.
3, I believe.
Is it? Want me to double check? I can always change it.
I think it is 3.
Don, it's 5.
What?
Because the last one was number 4. Oh, no. I was looking at the number 4. Oh, no, too smart. You're right, Don. It's number 3. Normally I have my notes in front of me, but I don't have any notes today because I think you're going to be doing a lot of the talking today after what I have to say. So let's start recording. Come on, you jerk. Okay, we have started recording. We are about to start streaming EBI News for You, number 100, right, Don?
Sure, that
number 3. That isn't like it's Insurance Questions podcast. So let's take care of that. And everybody ready to stream? We're about to stream, everybody. So I like it that people get to see the back end of this and all the nonsense that we do to get the show going. All right, Don. We're about to go streaming.
Here we go.
I'm still thrown off every time I see the EBI pods, Don.
Yeah.
Let's see. I tell you, I really like the way it looks on the website and that, the EBI stuff.
Yes.
You're doing a great job on that, Don. Thank you for
thank you.
being such a good partner.
We're gonna enhance it, of course. Get some good activity going with
All
that.
right, here we go.
All right.
That's button's not working. I didn't change it to public. Here we go, folks. See you on the show. It's taking a second, isn't it? Good morning, everybody. Welcome to EBI News for You, episode number 3. I'm Eddie Buffalo. That's my buddy Donnie Lowe, and all the comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo and Donnie Lowe are purely for entertainment purposes. Don't do your thing yet, Don, because
Okay.
I'm going to let you do that after I make my statement. I'm kind of aggravated. We were censored by the YouTube police, for the second time for nonsense. People from Buffalo, if you've seen the Killer song in the Buffalo Bills hype video, Mr. Brightside. It's really a nice way, to rally the community, and it was really nice. So I have a rebuttal for the YouTube cops for coming at us. And I'm going to start with this, Don. I'm coming out of my cage, and I'm doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Bam! There you go, YouTube. I dare you. I double dog dare you, because I wasn't singing. I was saying a poem.
It's a poem that you
you do your stuff, Don, and I'll start sharing all over the place for us, okay?
All right.
All right.
Working your wizardry behind the scenes, right?
So which character are you from The Wizard of Oz, Don? What are you looking for? A heart, a brain, courage.
Courage. I'll go with the cowardly lion.
Nice.
For today.
I didn't turn the volume off. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, Don, talk away. We are live.
All right. So first off, thanks for joining us. And YouTubers, we have our YouTube channel. It's part of EBI Pods, and we're branding from Insurance Questions Podcast. You can still find us under that name. So like and share if you can on that, please, and subscribe. We're on 43 different podcast depositories, as it is stated.
Not suppositories, Don.
Not suppositories, but depositories. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, of course, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio are a few of them, Player FM, LinkedIn, Discord, Stitcher, of course, TikTok, Instagram, Overcast. So those are just a few of the 43 that we're on. If you're listening, you can hit a fan mail button, and that will send an email directly to us. So if you have questions, if you want or have ideas for future episodes of our podcast, we'd love to hear them. TikTokers, Eddie's live on the TikTok now, but send him some questions, communicate with Eddie that way, because he does love TikTok. And just know that we really do appreciate you taking time out of your day to join us, to listen, to interact, to
do you really
questions.
appreciate it, Don? That doesn't sound sincere to me.
But we really do appreciate it.
I think
and we're
you're
very
full.
grateful.
I think
for
you're
it.
full of it.
So,
Don't worry, folks. He's only doing this so he can buy extra pickleball paddles. Just so you know that.
so thank you for joining us.
So, boy, we got a lot to talk about, Don.
Has much been going on in the world? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I got taken down by YouTube. The usual. I was like, as I was working all day because I know we had technical difficulties yesterday too. So
Yes,
I wasn't
I know.
really broken up that video got taken down, but I will fix that today. By the way, do you know when they finally sent that to me? Don?
It looked like it was very late, right?
10:45 last night, and we
That's nice.
tape every day at 10:30. So that
12
picture says a lot right there. So Melania, is she an old gangster? Is she the Joker from the 1989 Batman movie? What are you feeling, Don?
So it's interesting. The name escapes me right now, but somebody posted something on X, and they kind of went through all the fashion, like the fashion statements from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And with that outfit, she said, this outfit, how beautiful she is, and how beautiful the outfit is, and all that. But what this girl was saying was, she wore that outfit when they went to the White House to meet with the Bidens. And they said that was her way of kind of being a little defensive as far as protection, because, of what was, face it, the Bidens don't like the Trumps. Harris doesn't like the Trumps. So they were saying that outfit really represents her being secure and defensive against them. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but those were the vibes. I like that outfit. I think, she's stunning,
I can't believe how tall that kid is. Look at how tall he is compared to Trump. He's right behind him.
And Trump is, he's tall as
That
well.
kid's huge.
I think he's like 6'8", maybe.
So what is that? Two of you, Don?
Yeah, at least two and a half. I don't know.
So, we're going to talk about a lot of different things today. Let me stop sharing for a second. But I want to get, the important stuff out of the way right away for all of us people back home. And Don, I got to tell you, I do good research, but the stuff you come out with is really interesting. So our Buffalo Bills are against the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City at 5:30 my time, 6:30 your time.
Right.
And Don
Sunday.
came up with these stats on X from NFL on Prime Video that blew me away. That
I
is just
know.
crazy. Because I'm going to play all these lotto numbers, Don. I think that's the thing to do. I never knew how evenly matched they were. That's
I
incredible.
I know. I did not realize that at all.
So for the people that are listening, it's head-to-head, Buffalo and Kansas City, the last 10 games. Buffalo's got 5 wins. Kansas City's got 5 wins. Buffalo's got 5 losses. Kansas City, why did they put that twice? Of course it's going to be that way.
I know.
Points for Buffalo, 251. Points against, 251. Kansas City, points against, 251. Points to go, 251. That blew me away, Don. That's insane.
I
You
know,
know?
isn't it?
Mhm.
This is. It should be a good game. Is it still KC 1.5?
I didn't check yet today because I'm not a gambler like you, Don. I don't believe in doing things like that. But it was 1.5 yesterday, and the over-under, I think, on one of them I saw 57, which was incredible.
Oh, wow, yeah. No, I don't gamble.
You hang out with me, you definitely gamble, my
That
friend.
is- that's
You
a
definitely
life
gamble, my friend.
That's true.
Yes.
That's
So-
a life gamble.
So you pretty much put the show together today, Don. What would you like to talk about first? Because, and this is something I've talked about a lot, that road rage is such a horrible thing.
Oh, yes.
And in Texas, you really shouldn't do any road rage because you never know who's packing. So would you like me to show that? Am I showing the whole thing, Donnie, or do you just want to show a little bit?
Well, you could show a little bit of it.
Okay. I'll try to
I saw
fast
it.
forward. I'm not going to play the audio. So,
No.
I mean, and that's a lot of weight on that truck.
Oh, yeah. So there's that white van.
Oh man!
Trying to cut off that black car, the driver in the black car, and the guy in the white van. I mean, he's driving on the shoulder, on the right shoulder.
There's something wrong with that dude.
That's ridiculous.
That's horrible.
Oh my gosh, somebody could get killed.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So one of my daughters, I'm not going to say
Watch
who.
this one right at the exit. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? So my guess, I don't know what state this is in. My guess is if it was Texas or Florida.
I can't see the plates that I'm trying to look at. Oh man, look at that.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
So my one daughter, and I'm not going to say who it is, but you'll be able to figure it out. Oh, cops got him. That's awesome. So she has a lot of anger when she's driving, and my granddaughter in the back seat wanted to know what that finger meant. So she had to stop using that finger. You know.
Oh, that's
So
hilarious.
that's a great
No,
story.
it's my thumb. I'm giving them a thumbs up.
I was saying they're number one. That's what Ike gives me every morning when I walk in. And you know, it's funny, if he doesn't see me in the gym, he makes sure he goes out of his way to text me the middle finger. That's how nice your buddy is. Yeah. I don't like Ike. No.
I like Ike. I know you don't like
So
Ike.
let's get a little bit back to what's going on in the world, Don. I know we try to go back and forth with a lot of different things here. And this was very interesting to me too, that you did this. That's crazy. You want to read that, Don?
As soon as it comes up here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it didn't come
yeah.
up.
So this is, I won't read it, but I know what it is. It's what we're showing here on the video is migrants coming through Mexico, trying to get here before Trump was inaugurated, to see if they can cross the border, because they know that they won't be able to. So this was taken over the past couple days, I guess, and there were, it looks like thousands of them, of migrants trying to get to the border to cross it to the United States before 12 o'clock noon yesterday.
That's amazing. You know what I was surprised at, Don, that I didn't know? I didn't know that we actually had an app that helped illegals become citizens. I thought that was crazy. You know?
Yeah, I know. So that app was shut down at 12:01, I guess, yesterday. They made sure to do that.
Well, the one thing I got to tell you is that I do business down in McAllen, Texas, and it's like right on the Mexico border. Beautiful area, very nice people, and it's always like at least 10 degrees warmer down there, depending on what time of the year you go, But it's basically Mexico. And what I was shocked at the first time I went there, I was driving home back to Prosper, Texas, and in the middle of nowhere, Don, they had immigration. And they pulled me over, yeah. And I think I had my daughter's one like tiny SUV, a little Honda thing that she had. And the guy's like, license, registration. I go, yeah, you want to check the whole place? He goes, what? I go, well, I live in a border town too. I live in Buffalo, New York, Canada. He goes, get out of here. And away I went. So that was kind of interesting. But, and I get it. And I've said this before, my new home in Texas, to me, it is a great American melting pot. There's still Texans down here, but there's so many people from California, New York, like I am. And Minnesota too. There's a lot of folks from Minnesota, which I thought was kind of interesting. Now, I understand the whole California thing because they're able to sell their homes in California, pay cash for a place here, and still have money left over.
Yeah,
So
I know the homes in California were so
that's really interesting.
high compared to the rest of the country.
But I talked to a friend that was talking about looking for an apartment, and just in her area there was 130 listings.
Where?
In Texas. In Texas, right in our area. And I even talked to, and I've had her on the show before, our buddy Sharon Raiders. Have nothing to do with football, that's just her last name. And I was talking to her because a lot of people are getting into those small homes, Don. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
And what they're doing is they're buying a tract of land and they're putting like numerous ones, like, hey, Donnie's on one, Eddie's on one, you know. And I thought it would be a great idea to Airbnb them when you're not there. But she said it's really funny because the taxes are higher on those tiny homes than they are on container homes. Have you ever seen the container homes?
I have seen.
They're beautiful. They're beautiful. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. And I'm somebody that I was a freight conductor on the railroad, and I rode these cars, and they were filthy. So I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are you going to get yourself into?
It's like, I guess it's almost like a huge RV, you know?
They're just huge, and some of them are absolutely beautiful. So,
I've seen where they use like a container like that as a bunk, you know, an underground shelter, so to speak.
I don't know why. Like, there's like a bank of TV screens at the gym in the morning. One has food on. One has like some rando thing with music, and one has like tiny home rehab or container homes, and it's really friggin' interesting. It's really cool. All right, Don, here you go. Read your odds. Get it out of the way.
Oh, that's so hard to read. I can't. It's too.
I'll read it for you. So the spread is KC -5, Buffalo +1.5. Money line is -110 KC, -106 Buffalo. Over under, 47. That's high. That's crazy. So yeah, I thought that was kind of interesting.
It should be a good, exciting game.
All right, so
although the Bills do have an injury.
Who?
Benford.
Oh, I don't think he's hurt that bad because he went back in the game.
No, I think it was from near the end of the game.
Oh, I missed that. Did you see who they're saying is probably going to suit up for that game? You haven't. Micah Hyde.
Oh, really?
He came back to the team, and he's been on the practice squad, and I'm thinking he's going to suit up for that one. That's what people are saying. People in the know, not like me. I'm just Texan. I don't know anything anymore about Buffalo.
That'll be interesting.
And not like my chair or anything,
Yeah, I know.
So let's get back to some more interesting stuff, Don. And it's funny that you pulled this clip, because I was talking about this yesterday. And I was like, damn, that's a big cake. It's so big they got to use freaking swords to cut it open, But I'm watching it, and I'm like, then they walk away. I'm like, nobody even tasted this thing. I've eaten some cake. I was a fat kid. I love cake.
I love cake too.
Not as much as cookies and brownies, though. I will have to say that. But ladies dancing with the sword, But that thing's huge. I want to know, Don, is the plane made out of cake too?
I don't think so.
That'd be pretty cool. Because I've seen some of those shows with my daughters.
Oh yeah, where you look at something.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's like, it's a cake.
Yeah.
But they did tell them, make sure you don't cut into the plane, cut the runway. So,
oh my God, they said that? That's pretty darn funny.
I know. So there's President Trump dancing to the YMCA, I think. So.
Now, I want to do a little bit of celebrity stuff. And, when I thought of the whole podcasting, something was very interesting. I mean, with our dynamic that we have, you're like the dad that's like, and I'm like the drunk son that who knows what he's going to say. And I always remembered something from his movie, Howard Stern's movie. And like he really changed a lot. Whether you like him or not, he changed a lot of the way things are done, going from terrestrial radio to satellite radio.
Right,
and when he went to different places, Washington, Philadelphia, Then he worked in New York. And they hated him at NBC. They hated his guts. And then the first rating books came up. And he was number one in the whole market. And then they did surveys. It's like people that didn't like him listened to him longer. And do you know why?
Why?
We want to see what he's going to say.
It's Uncle Eddie.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So,
what movie was he in, or did he have? I'm not.
Private Parts. It was his autobiography that he wrote. And he was still married to his first wife at the time. So it was kind of interesting to see the dynamic on that. I mean, I'm glad I'm single. You know, I'm dating some poor woman that you know. But I'm a lot. And the way my lifestyle is and, you know, being on the different podcasts or that, I think I've reined it in quite a bit. You know, I hope I have. Because we've had some comments that were a little bit more structured now since the first of the year. Because we have a formula that we're trying out. Mondays, we do Buffalo Fights. Tuesdays, we do EBI News for You. Wednesday, we do our traditional insurance questions podcast. That's our bread and butter. We'll always do that. We're closing in on 200 episodes.
I know.
And then we do your Potluck Thursday is becoming quite popular too. You know.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Potluck with Donnie Law on Thursday, and then we are still leaving Fridays open in case anything crazy in the world. Not that anything crazy in the world ever happens.
Never ever. Never ever.
So. I thought it was really interesting. I was watching a news show last night, and they're really surprised that Zuckerberg is doing so much with the Republicans.
Yeah. I guess there's two schools of thought.
Mm-hmm.
Is that maybe he was always leaning that way, is one, or the second is that he's so scared he doesn't want to get cut off.
I don't think. See, me, and this is my opinion only. Remember that comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo and Donnie Law are purely for entertainment purposes. So I stick my tongue out at our TikTok friends. There you go. So they were saying, and this is something that my daughters have said to me, they're 20-somethings, that only old people are on Facebook.
And that's been going on for a while.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, I gotta be honest, Don. I used to be on Facebook all the time. But if it wasn't for our different podcasts and our different Facebook pages, I probably wouldn't be on it. I mean, what I like seeing now is like the memories, like something will pop up. Like I actually got sent something in the middle of the night last night. Something good, not something from YouTube telling me I'm a bad boy. What it showed is it was like concerts that I went to over the years.
Oh, wow.
But what was super cool about it including my kids' concerts. Because Allie was a singer. Allie Buffalo was a singer at Performing Arts. Katie was a phenomenal violin player since she's been 4. Oh. And it was just cool to go down memory lane and see stuff like that, you know?
So, probably because you had posts of your kids.
Yeah.
You know, I was going to say, how do they know what concerts your kids went to? That's kind of scary.
I mean, there was concerts on there that I forgot about. It was like the first time I took Ellie to see Guns N' Roses and Live opened up. Oh. And then I also, just a recent concert, I actually saw Ace Frehley from Kiss in a small venue in downtown Buffalo where Korazik opened up. That's how I got to know those guys and the drummers from Rochester. But it's really cool because I was a little bit taken back because I know that Ace Frehley does not dress up like that. I mean, not to be mean, but he looks like somebody's grandma right now. It's him, Steven Tyler, a lot of them look like that. And once again, all the statements and comments by Eddie Buffalo and Donnie Law are purely for entertainment purposes.
That's right.
And so I'm standing, that's when I was drinking. I was standing by the bar getting a beverage. And I'm like, holy crap. This girl must have been 7 feet tall with those crazy Kiss boots she had on. She looked like Ace Frehley back in the day.
Wow.
It was so cool. I even took a picture with her, you know?
Oh, did you?
Yeah, my buddy
Sure
Mark
that-
ended up going to that show with me. I forget where the hell I got the tickets. Somebody gave me tickets for something. One of the networking thing or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was great. I had a good time. You know where the venue, I can't remember the name of it, but it was right next to the Dallas Mavericks practice facility for basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, that is cool. Was Mark Cuban in the audience?
Yeah, we were sharing a beverage.
Oh, there you go.
Chances of me seeing Mark Zuckerberg are slim and none. You know?
No, Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban, yeah. I'm looking at Zuckerberg.
I know.
So
I know.
I got to show you somebody that I did meet in Texas, and you're not going to be too surprised, I don't think. And I don't know if I told you this story, Don. Can you see who it is? Do you even know who it is?
I'm not sure I know who that is. Richard
Okay,
Rawlings is
you might not know who he is, but you know his show, Gas Monkey Garage.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So, I don't know if it was last year or the year before. I like going down there every once in a while because, I mean, for what we do, and this was before we even rebooted the podcast, but I loved reality TV because a lot of people don't realize back when I owned the basketball team, we had a development deal with Discovery Channel.
Right.
So to see somebody like that, and like I like buying his swag too. So I went down there, and it's not in a great area of Dallas. So just saying, but they had just opened up a brand new gift shop, you know. And so I went down there, and I was there like a little bit before it opened, like maybe 10 or 15 minutes before it opened. And I'm just standing there waiting for it to open, and there was this gentleman from California taking a ton of pictures, you know. And you know how shy I am. I asked him, you know, what's going on? You know, he goes, well, I have a special needs child, and the only way we can get her to eat lunch and dinner is if we let her watch Gas Monkey Garage.
Really?
And he goes, I was really hoping to get a picture with Richard for her, you know, but the guys were telling me that if his truck's not here, he's not here. And I don't see his truck. I go, and I've met him before, so I'm like, Richard! I'm yelling, Richard! He's like, yeah, what the hell, you know? He's like, hey, Eddie, what's up? I told him, you know, what this dude's doing, and he took a ton of pictures with the man. He couldn't be nicer. And you don't hear good stories about guys like that.
You don't hear enough of the good stories.
No, you hear all the
wonderful.
bad stories, you know?
I know.
And then I was
That's
messing with him.
wonderful.
I must have had like a boxing shirt on. Like, come on, Richard, let's pretend we're fighting. He goes, I don't know how to do that. I ain't doing that. That's stupid. So, yeah, my buddy Richard Rawlings. Yeah, so if you're in the Dallas area, it is a really cool area to go down. Be careful though; it's kind of shady, you know. So don't go alone. Don't go alone unless you're Eddie Buffalo, because I don't know any better.
No, thanks for sharing that. That's a great story.
He's a very nice
that
man.
fan was, I'm sure the fan and his child was.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful that he did
thrilled.
that. So,
What a blessing.
well, as once again, we like doing, you know, a little bit of news, a little bit of pop culture, and I hope we were successful in that today. I see we still have a bunch of people from TikTok. Thanks for watching behind the scene on TikTok, everybody. Hit those heart things. I don't know what they do, but I want a lot of them. So I'd appreciate that if you could do it. Yeah. So tune in tomorrow for Insurance Questions Podcast. We're going to answer some questions that we got stumped on last week. And we're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin because it's up again today, Don.
Yeah, and I was
Not as much as yesterday, but it is up about $2,233.35 on a $50,000 investment. So
that's pretty good.
yeah, not that I'm being specific or anything, Don.
No, I know.
Oh, before we go
On
though,
Thursday too. Thursday we'll talk more Bitcoin, more crypto. There's a lot going on.
Before we get off, I want you to tell me something about this. Is this a joke? The Melania coins?
No, it's something I heard, that she launched her coins right after Trump launched his coins.
And is it true that Trump made $40 billion on his initial offering of his Bitcoin?
I don't know if it was 40 billion, but he made a lot. So I thought we would talk about that Thursday. So this is kind of a sneak peek.
I'd rather look at her than look at you, so we'll leave that on there to end the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So once again, folks,
a lot going on.
if you like dealing with people that have the same values as you, we're the people to see. www.ebiagency.com. You can reach me personally at eddiebednarsinsurance@gmail.com. And what's our hotline, Don?
All right, it's 903-662-1564. 903-662-1564.
And once again, folks, remember, life's worth living. Be good to yourself. And what else, Don?
Like you say, keep on fighting.
Hit the TikTok people. Hit everybody here. Hit the TikTok people. Everybody here. Be good to yourself, folks. Life is definitely worth living. And we'll see you tomorrow on Insurance Questions Podcast.
Ciao, everyone.
Take care, everybody. You and your chow. I don't get that. And YouTube. That's what I say to you guys.
Now we're going to get censored again.
I don't care. I don't care anymore. Nice tight show, Don. Half hour right on the dot. That's what I like to see.
Are you still on TikTok?
Yeah, so my TikTok friends, thank you so much for being on here. I'll probably be on later today. I got a little bit of processing to do. But thanks for watching. We'll see everybody later. Take care.